Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new painting tutorial, and this time we are going to paint this creature from again the core city. So I'm going to start applying Aphotecary white. I want to go for a very pale skin tone, contrasting with a dark brown fur. I'm going to apply this mainly on the skin parts, but if you go over the fur, it's not going to be a problem because it's quite a light color. And we'll not create too much problem on that. Okay, we're going to apply that just to have a shaded white to work on top. Okay, so you can see it will give nice shading. I don't want to overdo. Try that not to pull it. That is not pulling too much, but you want really to. And yeah, as you can see, I applied this directly. And although I will say the primer will not go that heavy, it's okay because we'll create the shade that I'm looking for. So I'm doing that, okay, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, once the Aphotecary white have dried, now I'm going to give a purple tint, and I'm going to use this Dreaful Visage, that is a purplish color, and we're going to apply this again over the miniature. Okay, this will give a purplish shade. That I think will be very interesting on this guy. Okay, we are going to apply this on all the skin. And as before, we try to avoid this pulling. I will not be too careful with the hairy parts. If I touch them, okay, we try to avoid. So I like to do a clean job, but here it's not that important. Okay, so in doing that, on the whole miniature you can see quite fast. You can see as well how it's giving this purplish shade of filter, but at the same time it's not too much. Okay, and then we wait that this dries before doing the further step. Okay, so I will apply this over all the miniature, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, this how it looks like. You can see that the purple is not anymore that intense as used to be before. Now we are going to do the next thing. I'm going to do a more fleshy tone on the membranes that we have. So I'm going to take now Reikland Fleshshade, and I'm going to apply it on these membranes. Okay. I will give here like a more fleshy tone. To give more variation to the skin of this creature and not to make it too repetitive. So we are going to do this on all this type of membranes. Okay, like that. I'm going to do as well inside the ears, inside the eyes, then we are going to do the bottom of this part. So I do the under of this and I'm back. Okay, so this is how it looks like now. And the next step I'm going to do, I'm going to go pale, and I will use pale witch flesh, and we are going to dry brush on the miniature. I'm going to use this brush, quite big, it's a makeup brush, but it's very gentle, very soft, and I find it some of the best brushes to do dry brushing. Since I start using them for, depending when I want to do some fine dry brushing, I want to be quite soft, I use this one. Okay, clean it up, paint, check in, try to go very gentle at the beginning, and then you can go heavier and heavier as you put more. Okay, but I want to go back to the white. So I will apply it. We'll take some white, Pallid witch flesh. It's Pallid witch flesh is almost white, okay? Clean up quite a lot. Now I'm going to apply. To make the I'm going to as well add some more here on the arms, the neck. Okay, I think like that is enough. And now what I'm going to do to have a good contrast, I'm going to do now the fur, and I will use one of the contrast paints that I like a lot, since because it gives a nice contrast, and I think it's one that is the Garaghak Silver. Okay, we are going to use this one on the fur of the guy. So we are going to take it and apply it all over the fur. Well, which is a little bit too stiff. I think I will use this one. Okay, so we are going to do, we have to be careful not to dirten the skin that we just done. We're going to go back to the skin and we're going to give a little bit of purples and reds to make it more liveful. And we are going to correct some of the gaps that we have on the skin that we need to make them less visible. Okay, so we are going to apply this all over the fur. And then we will wet this device before doing any further step. We have to, I will apply it as well on this small fur that we have on the hand, for example, or these hairy hands. Okay, we are going to apply it on the face as well. So I'm going to do this and then I will be back for the next step. Okay, so this is how it looks like once the paint we have put on the fur have dried. Now I'm going to take Carrorsburg Crimson and we are going to add a little bit of reddish touch to this monster. I'm going to take Carrorsburg and I'm going to apply it very softly on the wings. Making them a little bit more pinkish, almost a little bit bloody, but I think will give a very interesting touch, and it make it look more creepy, I think. You can see. Like that, I will do on all this type of membranes. And I will do as well the ears. We try to go quite thin, okay, to give only this. You want to give like a pinkish tone, but you don't want to really make it red. This is why I use Carrorsburg instead of using a contrast paint, because I think you just want to filter. Okay, so I'm going to do this on all this type of membranes that he has run, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, so this is how it looks like when the red have dried. Okay, it looks, I think it looks quite creepy, and I like a lot this red touch here and there. Now I'm going to take Baneblade brown and I'm going to dry brush the fur. Okay, we take big brush. Try to have a soft brush. Here we have a lot of texture to dry brush, so should go quite well. And we should not have too many problems. Try not to touch, of course, the skin, because it's quite advanced and we don't want to dirten the skin at this stage. Okay, we're going to like that. Okay, so I'm going to do the same on the tail and the legs and the other parts of fur, and I will be back for the next step. Okay, we have finalized now the dry brushing with Baneblade brown. You can see the nice texture on all these hairy parts. I'm going to do a second dry brush a little bit softer with Reikland Flesh. Okay. Because the part that now I want to accentuate a little bit more is this type of crest he has. And we can do as well the tail. Just the top part. And now, like this, I will take the tail brush and I will look if there is anything that I need to repair. Right, so I have Baneblade brown and I have as well Rhinox Hide here, and what I will do is, for example, if I see a white dot like there, I eliminate. I have seen that there was, yeah. Here I will use dried bark. I will look here. Okay, I think now it's looking good. Next step, I'm going to take a Ratling green and I'm going to do all the claws with that. So we can start with by that hand, for example, and we apply this Ratling green like that. And I will do this on the hand and on the feet. Okay, so let me do just one so you can see. I'm going to do the same. I just carefully I am painting the name or the glow. Okay, so I will do this on all of them and I'm back for the next step. Okay, next step I'm going to use Druchi Violet and I'm going to put this at the eyes back. want to make this a little bit purplish. And darker. And I think that's all. Okay, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to take white scarlet, this one, Pallid witch flesh, and put some on my palette, and I'm going to add some additional accents. Maybe here I forgot this name, especially in some parts where I want to dissimulate this line. So I'm going to take and make these things even more visible. Okay. And then I will use a light gray. I'm going to use downstone, and I will go over this. And here I'm going to use Administratum gray. The intention is to kill this line, not to show the line with the paint, not to enhance this line, right? You want to dissimulate this one, you don't want to make it visible. So applying a darker color will help to blend it with the surroundings. I don't think I will be able to fully hide, but it will be less visible. Let's go back to the Pallid witch flesh, and I'm going to apply it on different parts. Here I will apply it a little bit, like that. That will work. Just let me take the brush. This one. I will do this all around the miniature. What I think is neat to have to increase the pale effect of the skin, adding this Pallid witch flesh. Here I will use Administratum on the ribs, this along the way. Okay, so I will keep doing that and I'm back for the next step. Okay, next I'm going to use Yriel yellow and I will apply this in the eyes. Okay, we have done the pale on the skin. Now I'm going to apply Yriel yellow inside the eyes. Like that. Put a little bit more yellow in this one. Okay. Now I'm going to use black. I'm going to take a very thin brush that I have around here. Then I'm going to put black. You want to look like a little bit cat eyes. A little bit more. I think like that is good enough. And now I'm going to use white. I'm going to paint the teeth in white. I want the teeth really to be pure white. To make them really visible compared to the skin. And if we do a mistake, because I like to have the separation between the teeth, like that. Perfect. And I think the only thing is to do a little bit of highlight on the nails and that's all. So I'm going to take Baneblade brown. Okay. we can even use this one. I'm going to use this one, Karak Stone. And we're going to do like edge highlighting on the nails. But you don't need to do too much. I just wait to reinforce where it's already bright. Okay. And we do the rest of the nails like that. So we'll do the rest of the nails and I'm back. Okay, so this is how it looks like. And the last thing I want to do is I'm going to take gloss varnish and put some gloss varnish in his mouth. I was thinking if I use glue, but no, I think gloss varnish in the mouth. I'm using a very big brush. A little bit in purpose, because you want to stubble like that. Okay, and that's all. That's all. I will put some blood, I will work a little bit on the base, but this is not part of the tutorial. So that's all for this guy. So I hope you have enjoyed this one. Please give a like if you have liked this video. Share if you think other people can be interested, and as usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye.